What's up everybody, Matt here. Today we're going to take a look at some wah pedal mods. I've had a lot of people ask me about my wah pedal mod that I did a few weeks ago and well, I guess the ins and outs of it, how did you do the LEDs, how did you wire the switch, what resistor values did you swap, etc, etc. So today we're going to spend a little bit of time taking a look at this. Now, the picture and the diagram that you're seeing right now is just the basic PCB of your average plain Jane GCB 95 circuit board. So the picture, or the pieces that you're seeing highlighted right now, are the ones that we're going to be removing. So if you remove these, this removes what's called the input buffer. So this is like the infamous tone suck thing that happens when you're not using the pedal. It's still getting a little bit of your clean tone and sort of buffering it down, so even while you're not using the stock wah pedal, it's still sucking your tone a little bit. So removing these parts here will effectively remove that. Now the next thing that we did, or that I did, was run two wires from the PCB, the value or the spots that are listed right there. Running two wires, one for the new effect input and one for the ground. Both of these are going to run to the switch. So wiring these in these specified spots will take away the input buffer and allow you true bypass. Now, the other thing that I wanted to do, there were two other things. The biggest thing was I wanted to change the sound of it and definitely increase a lot of the gain and mid-range. I mean, the wah just doesn't have enough sweep for me. I'm a big fan of the old Vox wahs. I like those probably the best, and these the mods and stuff that I performed make it sound and act a little bit more like those old Vox ones that I like a lot. So the parts that you're seeing here now highlighted, we're swapping to increase gain, to increase the wah sweep, the Q factor, a lot of improvements to that, etc, etc. So basically, let's see, the first one that you're seeing highlighted is R9, and this is the gain and bass resistor. And this one is stock 390 ohms, and we lower that to 330. That increases the gain and bass, and you get a louder response once the pedal's on. Almost like typical of a volume boost when you click it on, which is something I always wanted to get out of the pedal. The next resistor that you're seeing highlighted is R5. This one is the vocal resistor, and this guy is stock 33K. We're gonna swap it to 47. The wah will be a lot more vocal, the sweep is a lot more pronounced. It's a good improvement for sure. The final resistor that you're seeing highlighted is the mid-range resistor. This one is stock 1.5K, and we're going to increase it to 2.2 to add a lot more mid-range sweep to the wah. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is talk about the LED. So there are two pieces on the power supply side of the PCB. Those are highlighted here. We're going to run two wires from the back of the circuit board, so not like attaching them to the front. That can lead to a short really easily. So I find it's much easier to secure these points from the back of the PCB. You already have a lot of solder melted on there, so really it's a little simpler if you're able to just melt the solder on the back of the PCB and then stick the wire in there, with just adding a little bit more solder to the connection. It's way easier than trying to heat up the front of the resistor and do it from the top side. I messed up quite a few of those doing it that way, so it's a little easier to try it from the back side. So we're going to run a wire from the resistor to the LED, and then we're going to run a wire from the diode to the switch. These are going to be our 9-volt negative and positive, 9-volt positive and negative wires respectively, and they're going to power our LEDs. Now, I wanted initially to do two LEDs, one when the power connection was made, and then one when the pedal was on, so you could actually physically tell not only when your power flow was good via an LED on the pedal, but you could also tell when it was on. Now, this is what I initially set out to do, but I could not figure out a way to do it without shorting out everything at once and completely ruining the whole thing, so I just ended up running both LEDs together so that you can just have two LEDs come on at separate points when the pedal's engaged. It's still just as useful because I guess, if it's on and you're not looking directly over it, you can still see from the back side whether or not it's on. So that's kind of what I did essentially here. So the way that this is run is we're running from the resistor to one LED. The other end of the LED has a 2.2K resistor, and we're running from that LED to the anode of the other LED. And then we're running from the cathode with another 2.2K resistor all the way from there to the switch. Now this is kind of complicated, I know, but that's definitely the easiest way to make it work, especially if you're going from the top to the back of the pedal. it's a lot easier to just go directionally that way and just run long wires than, you know, to try and just get everything all clumped up together and then just run a wire. I've kind of spread it out a little bit. We'll take a look at the wiring diagram and everything with the new pedal here in a little bit. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna take a listen to the pedal. I have also a stock one, so we're gonna not only hear what the new one sounds like, but we're gonna make a comparison between so you can actually really hear all the mods at work. Now I have to say I could not have done this without websites like Stinkfoot. I'm definitely gonna link their website that really helped me on the GCB95 mods in the description. The same thing with CSGuitars Wah mod videos. Those things really helped me get started. I think my first introduction into like actually working on pedals, building pedals and stuff like that was working on mods thanks to the CSGuitars video. So I'll leave links to both in the description because they both helped me a ton. So let's take a listen. I got my Buddy Blaze guitar, the Vox AC15. We're going to be rotating the wah pedals in and out, and you'll get to hear it, so let's check it out. Alright everybody, so here is what the inside of the new wah pedal looks like. As you can see, there's like the double LED thing kind of running a circle, as I was talking about. We have one at the top and one at the back when it's on. Now the top green piece that was on the wah pedal can be found on Reverb. The shop is named Cool Stuff. No, I'm not really making that up. It's a guy in Norman, Oklahoma that he literally just sells a bunch of like, you know, silicone dipped colored wah treads. So I've bought like a bunch of them from this guy, like making wah pedals for, you know, just boredom and everything. I have like a red, a green, a blue, but he makes like all other kinds of colors, yellow, blue, orange, all that stuff. I'll leave a link to his shop as well. So if you have any questions about anything in the video, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to get back to you. I have t-shirts, so hit this link here and everything that you see around you can be yours. As always, do not forget to like and subscribe for more content. See you next time.